Dear students, welcome back to Doctor's Academy for Taxation and Accounting. So far, we have discussed the various sections related to the admissible item or the items which are expressly allowed. We have dealt section 30, 31 and 32 we extensively discussed. Today, let us discuss the deductions for tea development account or coffee development account or rubber development account which is maintained by the assessee. As per section 33AB, certain deductions are allowed to an assessee growing and manufacturing of tea, coffee or rubber in India based on the following conditions. If the assessee deposits the money in a special account with the NABARD, that is the National Bank for Agricultural and Rural Development, in accordance with the scheme approved by the tea board or by the coffee board or by the rubber board, or deposit any amount in an account opened by the assessee known as deposit account in accordance with the deposit scheme framed by the tea board or coffee board or by the rubber board, as the case may be, with the previous approval of the central government. The second point says the deposit should be made within a period of 6 months from the end of the previous year or before furnishing the return of his income, whichever is earlier. In computing the taxable profit from the above business, the following deductions will be allowed. That is, a sum equal to the amount so deposited or 40% of profit of such business before making any deductions under these sections and before setting off of brought forward business losses, whichever is lower shall be allowed, either the amount deposited or the 40% of the business profit. And the fourth point says, this deduction shall be allowed only if the accounts of such business for the previous year concerned have been audited by a chartered accountant and the audit report in form number 3AC is furnished along with this return of income electronically. And withdrawals from this deposit. If the assessee withdraws money from the deposit, withdrawal from these deposits shall be allowed either for the purposes specified in the scheme or in circumstances such as closure of the business, death of an assessee, partition of a Hindu undivided family, dissolution of a firm, liquidation of a company. Under these circumstances, if the money withdrawn, then it could be deductible. The deductions will be permitted. Condition 2 says, if withdrawal is made on account of closure of business or on account of dissolution of the firm, the whole of such amount shall be taxable as business profit of that previous year, as if the business had not been closed or the firm had not been dissolved. But if the withdrawal is made on account of the death of the assessee or partition of Hindu undivided family or the liquidation of a company, the amount withdrawn will not be taxable even if the amount is not utilized for any purposes specified in the scheme. The utilization of amount. Point 1. If any amount standing to the credit of the assessee in the special account with the NABARD is utilized by the assessee for the purposes of any expenditure in connection with such business in accordance with the scheme or deposit scheme, such a expenditure shall not be allowed in computing the income chargeable under the head business or profession. Where any amount standing to the credit of the assessee in the special account with the NABARD is withdrawn by the assessee from the deposit account during any previous year for being utilized by the assessee for the purposes of such business in accordance with the scheme is not so utilized, either wholly or in part within that previous year. The whole of such unutilized amount shall be deemed to be the taxable profit of the business of that previous year. Seventh point says prohibition of utilization. Where any amount from the account is utilized during any previous year for the purchase of the following: 1. Any machinery or plant to be installed in any office premises or residential accommodation, including a guest house, or any office appliances not being computers, or any plant or machinery, the whole of the actual cost of which is allowed as a deduction in any previous year, or any new plant or machinery to be installed in an industry producing any article specified in the list in the 11th schedule, the amount so utilized shall be deemed to be the profit of that previous year and chargeable to tax. Eighth point says sale or transfer not allowed within 8 years. If any asset acquired in this scheme is sold or transferred to any person before the expiry of 8 years from the end of the previous year in which it was acquired, the deduction allowed will be withdrawn. For this purpose, the cost of such asset as it relatable to the deductions allowed under this section shall be deemed to be the taxable profit of the year in which the asset is sold or transferred. The above restriction of 8 years shall not apply if the asset is sold or transferred by the assessee to the government or to a local authority or to a statutory corporation or a government company, or if the transfer is made in connection with the succession of a firm by a company carrying on the same business as that of the firm, and the scheme continues to apply to the company in the manner applicable to the firm. In this case, it is essential that the company should take over all the assets and liability of the firm, and all the shareholders of the company were partners of the firm immediately before succession. X Limited is a company engaged in the business of growing, manufacturing and selling tea. For the accounting year ended 31st March 2019, its composite business profit before adjustments under Section 33AB of the Income Tax Act were rupees 80 lakhs. In the year, it deposited rupees 25 lakhs with NABARD. Following are other information. The company has a business loss of rupees 15 lakhs brought forward from the previous year. The company withdrew in February 2020 rupees 30 lakhs from the deposit account to buy a non-depreciable asset for rupees 18 lakhs and could not use the balance before the end of the accounting year. The withdrawal and the purchase were under the scheme approved by the T board. Indicate the tax consequences of the above transaction and the total income taxable for the relevant assessment years.
Computation of total income for the assessment year 2019-20, that is the composite business profit is 80 lakhs rupees. From this value, the assessee can deduct 40% of 80 lakhs or the amount deposited, that is 25 lakhs, whichever is lower. So here in this case, this 25 lakhs can be deducted and the balance is 55 lakhs. So from the 55 lakhs, 60% is agricultural income, less 60% is agricultural income. My dear friends, I hope that you remember that we have discussed in the previous video while we were discussing the agricultural income. Suppose a person who is growing and manufacturing tea, and 60% would be considered as agricultural income and the remaining 40 will be considered as non-agricultural income. So from this value, 60% would be deducted as agricultural income and the value is 33 lakhs is agricultural income. Balance is 22 lakhs. This is business income. Less business loss given in the question, that is 15 lakhs. Therefore, net business income equals 7 lakh for the assessment year 2019-20. Then what about the next year? The year in which the amount is withdrawn from the account. So for the assessment year 2020-21. So here the amount withdrawn is rupees 30 lakhs. Out of this, 18 lakhs were utilized for the approved scheme. Less amount utilized for approved scheme under section 33AB. The amount is 18 lakhs. Therefore, this balance 12 lakh rupees is not utilized during the previous year as per the scheme, so that it to be taxed. So, of this 12 lakh, 60% is agricultural income. That is 7,20,000 is agricultural income. So the balance is 4,80,000 is non-agricultural income, business income. Hope it is clear. So this is how we have to work out the deductions eligible under the various sections, that is according to section 30, 31, 32, now it is 33AB. So I hope this concept is clear. If you have any doubt, kindly leave your doubt and requirement in the comment box so that I will be able to answer for that question. Thank you very much for watching my channel, Doctor's Academy for Taxation and Accounting. If you have not subscribed my channel, kindly make it. Kindly forward it to your friends and others in your contact, and also please like my channel. Thank you very much.